The time is 1:11. Well, just turned 1:12. I think that I should start now. So, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jess. Today we're going to be getting into something pretty deep and kind of opening myself up to be even more vulnerable. But I really feel like this is something that I need to share. Honestly, I don't care if this video gets no views at all. I need to share it for myself, for my inner child, because she has some things that she needs to acknowledge that I have not yet fully acknowledged. And we're just going to get into it. Okay, so it all began when I learned about shadow work. I really want y'all to be careful when you start digging into your shadow work, because you may think that you have absolutely nothing to uncover. You may think that you have no childhood traumas, but in all actuality, you do. And they go so deep that it's almost crazy to talk about. It almost will sound chaotic and it will sound unreal, but it's the truth. And the truth is that my family put black magic on me so that I would not remember being molested by my father, by my uncle, and by my grandpa. That's what I unveiled when I did my shadow work. So please be careful when you start digging into your shadow work, because it may get real fucking deep. It may get real fucking ugly. And you're going to have to be prepared after you learn this shit of what you want to do. And it's not keeping people in your life. I cut everybody off. Everybody except my sister. Because my mom too. Because she knew. When we were younger, she ran off with us to Puerto Rico for 2 years and didn't tell anybody, didn't tell him where we were. I never thought to question why she did that. Why would you do that? Why would you run off with your kids for 2 years? That's why. Because she knew. And she didn't protect us. And she may have been under some black magic as well, but now there's no way to tell because she won't stop lying. So be careful when you're getting into shadow work. Even if you think that your life is rainbows and daisies, it may not be so. Because you know what? I started to realize, why don't I remember so much of my childhood is such a blur? I have only spots here and there. That's not normal. It's not normal. Most people remember their childhood, especially if it's really good. But mine wasn't. I thought it was. And honestly, the shadow work that I had to do with this was to be grateful for the fact that I did have a spell put on me, because my sister didn't have a spell put on her, and her childhood was not the same as mine. She had traumatic things happen to her. She cut herself. She ended up being put in a psych ward because they literally just did not want her spewing the truth. And it hurt me so bad because I was put under this spell to the point where she would try to talk to me after this stuff happened, and I couldn't even realize what had happened. I thought that we were in our rooms in timeout because we were bad. We didn't even do anything. Then I start thinking more about the things in my childhood, of how my dad had a padlock on his door in the house. So many things are just adding up with the way that they would act, like how my aunt always tries to be like a goody two-shoes, how she's so perfect. It's like, what are you hiding? Anybody who's trying to be so perfect and act like they never do anything wrong, they're hiding something. And we look past these things. We look past these little tidbits of people's personality that really shows us who they really are. We look past that and we think that it's it's just this, it's just that. Dig deep. Everybody needs to dig deep, because I'm going to tell you what would have happened had I not woken up to this fact. Had I not started doing the shadow work, it would have happened to my kids. It would have happened to my kids. And you know what's even more fucked up is that I realized that I wasn't even able to have kids for a while because of the spell that they put on me. Because one day, my father slipped up and they put a spell on me so he wouldn't have that issue no more. Now that's fucked up. And there's so much more magic that goes behind it. And I can't even believe that I'm saying these things right now because I know it sounds so crazy and I just don't care. My inner child needs to say this shit. Because when I had that spell on me, I wasn't able to say none of that shit. I wasn't able to say nothing. I wasn't able to say a goddamn thing. But my soul was still in here. And it was feeling it all. I didn't remember because my head and my heart were disconnected. Literally. So I don't care how this sounds to anybody. I don't even know if I'm going to release this. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. But she needs to be heard because she was never heard. She was never heard. I didn't even realize that this stuff was happening to me until it wasn't even happening to me no more. I can only imagine how my inner child, how my soul felt, not being able to express itself, not being able to express the pain and the hurt and the betrayal, the fucking betrayal by your own family members. And I know that this shit is all soul contracts and this was all for a bigger lesson, but goddamn. So be fucking careful, please, before you get into any type of shadow work, before you dig deep into your spirituality. But don't let this be a deterrent. I just want to keep it fucking real with y'all. I want to keep it fucking real with y'all, but I don't want to deter y'all because I want to let you know, had this not happened to me, had this not been this way for me, had I not uncovered this, had I not dug deep in here, it would have happened to my kids, and that's a fact. But now it's fucking not, because I ended this shit. No fucking more. And that is the reason why you want to dig deep, because the shit that happened to you, you don't want that shit to happen to anybody else. Not even your worst goddamn enemy. Not even your worst goddamn enemy. So, and that's why I ended up cutting my hair too, because I worked with the spirit who helped me uncover all of this, and my offering to her was my hair. And after I did that, I completely told them to fuck off. I cut them off, just like my hair. I changed my number, and I cut a lot more people off. But don't be afraid to cut off your family. You don't fucking need them. You needed them for when you needed them. You needed them for when you had them. And now you don't. You don't need them no more. It's time for you to live for you. Because that's what the fuck I've been doing. I've been living for me and I've been loving it. The universe has literally been gifting me so fucking much. I'm grateful. So, even though it might be hard and you might uncover some shocking shit, do it. I love you.